Hello friends, in this lecture we are going to discuss a numerical problem on part. So one of the problem I have already written on the board. Okay, one of the problem, it is one of the standard problem. Okay, you will get to know a lot of things through these numericals. So I have written a standard problem on the whiteboard. Okay, so just go through it. What it is saying that at one place, at one of the column, activity is given precedence T naught, that is optimistic time, T naught optimistic time, Tm most likely time, and Tp is pessimistic time is given. Look here, activity is A, there is no precedence, optimistic time, most likely time, and pessimistic time. You already know that it will be the least one, Tp will be the largest one, and Tm, that is most likely time, will be in between T0 and Tp. So like this, all the three times are given, because you know to complete a single activity, for example, let the activity be A. So for a single activity there are three time estimates, and these you already know, these things you already know, because in the difference between PERT and CPM you already know that there can be three time estimates to complete the activity, and these three times can be converted into a single time estimates with the help of beta distribution curve. Okay, so it says that the question says that find the critical path. The first part says that find the critical path, and the second one says that also find project completion time. Okay, so you already know that what is the critical path. It will be the path which is consuming the largest time. Okay, which is consuming the largest time, and the time will be the project completion time. Okay, so first we have to draw the network diagram. And this is a network diagram when nothing has been said, and you know that activity is there and precedence is there. So you have to draw a network diagram in which activity should be present on the arrow and event should be present on the node. So we have to make the network diagram first. So I am drawing it. First activity is activity A, and the precedence is absent. There is no precedence for activity A, for activity B, and for activity C. For all these three activities, there is no precedence relationship. It means that all these three activities can be started simultaneously. So activity A, activity B, and activity C. Why? Because these activities do not have any precedence, so they can be started simultaneously. Now D. For activity D, the precedence is A. So draw activity D from where A has been completed. So draw activity D. Now look at activity E. The precedence is C. Activity E, and the precedence is C. Now activity F, and the precedence is both, all three, B, D, and E. That's why I have terminated B, D, and E at the same point, because I know that we have to match all these three. And originate activity F. So at this point, originate activity F. Okay. Activity G is also coming from activity A. So you have to draw activity G. activity G, and the last one is activity H. The precedence is both G and F. So match G and F. Match G and F. Just extend it. Just extend it. And you have to do activity H. You have to do activity H. So you have completed your network diagram. You have completed your network diagram. You can also name the different nodes which are present in the network diagram with the help of Fulkerson's rule. But there is no need. But if you want to name it, then let's name it. Look, first one, we will name it 1 because there are no any incoming activity to this node. Now cut all the activities, that is cut A, B and C, which are originating from the named one. Now look, activity, this node, look at this node and this node. These two nodes do not have any incoming activity, but this node is having an incoming activity D and incoming activity E. So we will name this one for, since it is present at the top, name it 2 and this one 3. Now cut all the activities, cut these activities. Okay. Now name it. Now name this node because it is not having any incoming activity. So it will be 4. Now cut F, it will be 5. Now cut H and it will be 6. So you have also named the different nodes with the help of Fulkerson's rule. Since you have to find the critical path, you have to look at what is the completion time, what is the project completion time, and for that you have to find that what is the activity completion time, because in this question 3 times are given and you have to convert these 3 times into a single time estimate, so you have to make a table. So I am rubbing it, you can draw it after this column. So I am making it with the help of red marker. We will calculate TE, that is T is expected time to complete the activity. T is expected time for an activity, T small e. The formula was T naught plus TP plus 4 Tm divided by 6. Okay, so just apply this formula for each activity. T naught plus Tp, 6 plus 4 times Tm, it will be 18. 18 divided by 6, it is going to be 3. So we have written the expected time to complete the different activities. So what you have to do now, you just have to write these activity completion time with this activity in the network diagram. For A it is 3, so write here 3. For B it is also 3, so write here 3 along with B. For C it is 4 days. So write 4. For D it is 8. For D it is 8. For E it is 5. For F it is 7. For G it is 4. And for H it is 3. So you have to now find the critical path. So when you look at this network diagram, what are the different paths which you are getting? The first path will be A, G and H. The second path is A, D, F and H. The third path is B, F, H. B, F and H. The fourth path is C, E, F and H. So these are the different paths obtained in this network diagram, starting from 1 and reaching at node 6. So calculate all the time, just add the time while going through these paths A, G and H. 3 plus 4 7 plus 3 10 days. So the first time is 10 days. Now 3 8 11 7 18, this is 21, this is 13, and this is 9 12 19. So what will be the critical path? The path which takes the maximum duration. So our answer is ADFH. So what you have to do, just double arrow it, ADFH. So your critical path, the first answer you have got, your critical path is ADFH. And the second question is saying that also find the project completion time. So the project completion time will be 21 days. So second answer is 21 days, because the time taken for the critical path is the project completion time. So the project completion time will be 21 days and ADFH will be your critical path. Okay, so these are the two questions. The third one, I'm writing the third question. So just what I'm doing, I'm just marking the critical activity A, D, F and H. I'm just marking the critical activity in the network diagram and I am rubbing these things. The third part it is asking find the SD. Find the SD. SD stands for standard deviation. Find SD, it means standard deviation. Okay, so you know from the beta distribution curve that standard deviation sigma is equals to TP minus T naught by 6. Standard deviation is TP minus T naught by 6. So for each activity you have to calculate sigma. For each activity you have to calculate sigma. So I am making a new column. I'm making a new column for sigma. So apply this formula for each activity TP minus T naught by 6. So it will be 5 minus 4 by 6. It is 2 by 6, 2 by 6, 8 by 6, 2 by 6, 8 by 6, 4 by 6 and 6 by 6. Okay, so you have find the standard deviation. It is asking you find the standard deviation. So if in the question it generally says that find the standard deviation, so you will get confused that for which of the activities we have to find the standard deviation. Okay, so if it is saying find the standard deviation, okay, if suppose it has been, if it asks that find the standard deviation for a particular activity, that is activity A, then 4 by 6 was your answer. But in the question it is given simply find the standard deviation. So just find the standard deviation for the critical activities only. So you have to write sigma, and we are going to find the sigma for critical activities only. So for sigma, our critical activity was A, D, F and H. A, D, F and H. So for sigma, just write it like this: sigma equals to under root of sum of, right, sum of variance along critical path. Okay, you cannot directly find the standard deviation, you have to find the variance, and you know that variance is sigma squared, so sigma will be under root of variance, so you have to find the sum of variance. Now sigma equals to sum of variance. Variance is sigma square, so sigma A square, sigma D square, sigma F square and sigma H square. Okay, because these are the only critical activity A, D, F and H, A, D, F and H. So put the values. For sigma A it is 4 by 6 whole square, 4 by 6 whole square. For sigma D it is 8 by 6 whole square. For sigma f, it is also 8 by 6 whole square, and for sigma h, it is 6 by 6 or 1 square. So from here you can find sigma. Just use your calculators. So sigma will be, I am writing the answer, sigma will be 2.236. Sigma is sigma is 2.236. okay, sigma is 2.236. Now there is one more part. So the fourth part says that find the probability so that the project can be completed within 20 days or in 20 days. Okay, I have also told you about this relation with the help of normal distribution curve. Okay, so just apply the formula. Look, the problem was only one single problem, but with the help of single problem you can find so many things, and everything has been told in the class. And this is not a single numerical. These are 4 different numericals which can be asked in the GATE examination, and each for 2 marks. Okay, so just revise your notes. So we will apply the formula. First I am going to make the normal distribution curve. It was a curve which was symmetrical about the mean, and the mean, that is T capital E, we got 21 days. Okay, 21 days. This is plus sigma, this is minus sigma. Okay, this is the normal distribution curve, because they are asking about project, and the project follow normal distribution. So our project completion time is 20 days, but they are asking to be completed in 21 days. So 20 days. So 20 is our scheduled time. So this is 20. 20 is our scheduled time. So this is 20. So just find Z, that is a standard normal variable. Z equals to Ts minus Te by sigma. 20 minus 21, sigma 2.236. Now you can know that why we have found the sigma only for critical path, because you are finding a probability for project completion time, and sigma is for only critical part, that is for project completion time. That's why you have found sigma only for the critical activities or along the critical path. So from here you will get Z equals to minus 0.447. It will come in minus 20 minus 21, it will come in minus. So you have got the value of Z. So you will require the table, but in the examination you are not allowed to take the table along with you, or they will not provide any kind of table. So just look, options are given. In the question, and you remember those 5 values. In the last lecture I have given relation between a standard normal variable and the probability. Okay, so just look, when Z was 0, the probability was 50%. Just mean. Okay, 50% at the left side and 50% at the right side. This is minus, means probability will be less than 50. Look at the options. Only on one option is saying that probability is less than 50. Okay, for 0 it was 50. Probability is in minus, so probability will be less than 50. That is 32% is the correct answer. So you can say that the project completion time was 21 days, and if you want to complete in 20 days, then there is a 32% chances that you can complete it in 20 days. Okay, with the help of this formula. So this was not only single numerical, these are 4 different types of numerical. Okay, so just go through these are very much important, and in the upcoming lecture we will practice more and more numericals. So thank you.